All right, 9:32. We'll take a timeout. College football risk with the couple members of the Aggie contingent of this game, which you can find at collegefootballrisk.com. Calvin George and Byron Geeslin will join me next. 9:32 on a Monday. TexAgs Radio presented by David Gardner's Jewelers.
I'm Chelsea Reber with your community calendar on the Zone. As part of the Comfort Food Care Package program, you can purchase a meal from Blue Baker on behalf of families and youth in need. Twin City Mission Youth and Family Services will determine the recipients of the meals. The $45 donation can be purchased online at bluebaker.com. Donate food items to the 12th Canned Food Drive benefiting Aggies in need. Drop-off locations are outside the Hagler Center across the street from the Association of Former Students building. Donation boxes will be near the Circle Driveway weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Submit your nonprofit or charitable event by email to news@wtaw.com. Get your sports fix with Classic Aggie football re-airs Wednesday at 6 plus Saturday at noon. The Astros Friday nights at 6 and the greatest Super Bowls of all time Sunday at noon. All here on 1150 AM and 93.7 FM. I'm Chelsea Reber on The Zone.
When you hear the Aggies on The Zone, think about the businesses backing the Ags all season long. Commerce National Bank, Rudy's Barbecue, Schulte Roofing, and the Sleep Station. You're listening to the flagship for Texas A&M Athletics, The Zone, 1150 AM and 93.7 FM.
This is Texas A&M women's basketball coach Gary Blair to tell you about Aggie Land Green. Now, I have a great lawn service that mows my yard, but when I needed someone to keep my lawn green and healthy, I called Aggie Land Green. They're true experts that take out the guesswork for me. They understand when and how to treat the lawn and do a great job of keeping my grass green and eliminating diseases and weeds. When it was time to draw up a winning play for my yard and my trees, I went with Aggie Land Green. Check them out for yourself at AggieLandGreen.com.
This is Jerome from Birmingham, previously from the Paul Feinbaum Show.
We want to welcome in a very special guest, Will Muschamp, the head football coach at South Carolina. And, Coach, have you stopped at all, or is there time to reflect a little bit and maybe learn from the change of scenery, so to speak?
I've really enjoyed being at home with Carol and Jackson. But as you know, in our profession, we don't get to spend enough time with our families as we should. I changed light bulbs for the first time in like 25 years yesterday.
Tell us about that.
That was the first. It took me a while to figure out how to do it, to be honest with you, but it wasn't that hard. There's just some things I've done that I haven't done in a while.
I have to go back to the light bulb, because where I come from, there are a million light bulb jokes. Were you able to get it in correctly?
It only took one Muschamp to get it done. Yeah.
It's the Paul Feinbaum Show, powered by Polaris Fun Center, 2 to 4 weekdays on The Zone.
She hates my mama, she hates my daddy too. She loves to tell me she hates the things I do. She loves to laugh.
Well, I love it bringing you back on a Monday morning. It's 9:35 on The Zone, 1150 AM, 93.7 FM at texags.com/live for the premium subscriber. You can view it live every single day, 8 to 11. Also, hour 2 of our 2-hour TV simulcast on CW8 Aggieland. And we're in the Rollo Insurance Studio. Gabe Bach with you, Coco Collard in the Social Center. And we want to go straight out to the 12th Man Technology video hotline right now. It is time to talk a little college football risk with two members of the Aggie war contingent trying to take over the United States of America and all of college football virtually. This is a fun little game. I'm checking it out on the website here, collegefootballrisk.com. We got a couple Aggies with us, Calvin George and Byron Geeslin. Calvin, how you doing, man?
Howdy, Gabe. I'm doing great.
Outstanding. Byron, what's going on? You doing all right?
You know, I'm missing some Aggie baseball, but college football risk is keeping me busy.
Yeah, no question about it. Yeah, that's a Goose on the website. One of the big Aggie baseball fans has been around what we've done and followed and supported what we've done for a long time. All right, so welcome to the show, guys. Now, each of you are sort of using this as a stress reliever because from what I understand, Calvin, you're an essential worker. Tell us about that. And then Byron is in oil and gas finance. So, I mean, there's all kinds of stresses going on, guys. So I'm sure this is a nice little getaway. Calvin?
Well, yeah, I can't really reveal too much about what I do or I get fired for it. I'll put it that way. But as far as a distraction with all of this COVID nonsense going around, you know, Byron mentioned it already. We're missing baseball. God only knows how long it's going to go on. Heaven help us if it means we don't see football in the fall. But as sort of a distraction in the meantime, this has been really fun. You get to hang out and meet. I've got to get back in touch with a bunch of my other Aggies that I haven't talked to in years. So it's been a good experience.
Byron, what kind of distraction has this been from kind of the everyday world that you're going through right now with the volatility in oil?
Yeah, it's not fun watching oil go to, whatever, $15 or negative 38 or whatever it might be today. But it's more interesting to get on the college football risk site and take a look at how the random number generator fell that night than to check the oil price right now. That's for sure. I'm
going to make it easier for Byron because you'll go first. And Calvin, I want you to fill in the holes that Byron may have in here so that the listener can understand what the heck is college football risk. Byron, you're up first. What is college football risk? Because a lot of people listening right now have probably never heard of it.
Yeah, so college football risk is if you played the game of Risk growing up, where you got your little armies and everybody, you roll the dice and each soldier counts for a certain number of points. It's similar to that. At the beginning of the game, every football, every FBS program had one territory on the map, plus one for chaos, and we're on day 36 now, I guess, and there's been 36 days of rolling the dice. We at one point had, we've pretty much gotten Texas all the way out of the state of Texas, so the T-SIPs are on the run right now. But
I can tell that
every day you put in your move, and they roll the dice at 10 p.m. and then you can check and see kind of what happened. So you can see we've got the better part of Texas under control, and New Mexico as well.
Calvin, a follow up on that?
Yeah, so, the board game Risk being more or less a strategy-based turn game that the way it works is it's combining that board game with an MMO, sort of what you get to do if you come and fight with us is you're basically a foot soldier at first. And as you gain more turns, as you play more continuous turns, you get something called star power. And that star power allows your move to count a lot more effectively. So the more people come on, the more star power we get. The more star power we get, the more fun we can have in terms of attacking harder, defending harder, keeping Texas maroon, and turning the rest of the country maroon.
It is so interesting, and you can check out a map right now. Everybody can check out this map at collegefootballrisk.com, and it's not like you're fighting for a whole state. You're fighting for a territory that has one of the 130 FBS teams in it, right? So right now you look at it and A&M won. A&M has obviously got the territory that is Texas A&M's, but they also have the one in Austin. And so you're Texas is running to the north a little bit and taking on some easier territories and don't own very much at all of their own territory. The way I'm looking at it right now, they only own Baylor. And hopefully the Aggies will take over Waco here before too long, right, Calvin?
Yes, sir. So originally, actually, Texas in the first few days moved a little bit to the west out towards UTEP and UTSA, but we managed to kick them out. And as soon as day 10, really, we own the entire state of Texas. And really for the vast majority of the game, the state of Texas has been ours to control and defend. The issue now is that Texas has a very powerful ally in the Michigan Wolverines, who right now are the biggest team in the game. They have 1,200 people right now.
Wow.
We're floating between 700 and 800, and it really depends on how many people go there. But between Texas having 250-ish people, Michigan having 1,200, we're outnumbered 2-1 on a people standpoint. So we need more men to volunteer, come play for the 12th man, and Aggies never lose an online poll, right? So this one should be pretty easy. Hey, 5 minutes a day.
Byron and Calvin here from College Football Risk, the Aggie contingent here. Byron, why would Texas ally with Michigan? Like, why would Michigan ally with an A&M? Why would they ally with Texas, considering they're smaller? And then Texas knows if they ally with Michigan, eventually Michigan's just going to beat them anyway, right? So fill in that color a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not really in charge of the strategy so much, so I'll let Calvin take that one.
Yeah, that one. So there's at the base level, in an idealized world, we would all just attack everyone that isn't A&M and defend A&M.
Yeah.
But as you get along, you start talking to other teams' leaders, right? And so you start developing friendships and alliances. Right now, the teams we've ended up allying with has been, from the get-go, we had Oklahoma, and that was the basic idea of that alliance was, at the end of the day, we both hate the Longhorns, so let's try and kill them together. Two birds with one stone and all of that. Unfortunately, Oklahoma Oklahoma got killed off by Texas and Michigan.
Yeah,
and so they're actually part of Team Chaos, which is sort of the zombie squad of all the teams that have already been killed. If you run out of territory, you're dead. And so they're part of Team Chaos now. But in the meantime, we found alliances with Alabama to be really good. Shores up our eastern flank. And then we've allied ourselves with Ohio State as well.
Okay.
For a while there, we had diplomatic talks with Michigan for a while, but they had a couple underhanded behind-the-scenes things that really turned us off of them.
Shocker. So probably involved Austin.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, if you ally with the Longhorns, things won't go well for you. That's our plan.
Exactly right. Nebraska seems kind of strong, but they own a whole bunch of territories that are sparse. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So,
the Mountain West, it's not very highly contested. So on the College Football Risk website, if you go to the leaderboards tab, there's a heat map of where all the territories get contested. And the redder a chunk of the map is, right now the big red parts are obviously the state of Texas, and the Northeast, like, New York, Massachusetts, because that's where Michigan and Ohio State are fighting. But you look in the Northwest and it's pretty sparse. Right.
Okay, so you can see all this at collegefootballrisk.com, but Byron, how does an Aggie listening right now get involved? Because I think that's the most confusing element. People would probably like to play. What's the easiest way that they can get an invite and start playing and team up with you guys?
Yeah, so we've started doing a daily post on the A&M football board, the zoo, where you can read about kind of what happened the prior day, and there's some information there about how to sign up and get involved. But it's really simple. I mean, you go sign up on the College Football Risk site through your Reddit username. So if you don't have a Reddit username, you'll need to get one. But other than that, it's like 30 seconds a day to log on and pick a territory to attack or defend. And ideally, you'd get more involved in that in terms of joining the subreddit or the Discord server, which you can ask about on the TexAgs thread and learn more about it.
So go to Reddit and you can check that out. So basically reddit.com, that's REDDIT, reddit.com/r/college football risk, or you can go to the football board on texags.com, Calvin. Is there an email or anybody that, if people have questions about this, they can contact? What's the best way to contact somebody?
Yes. So, Gabe, the College Football Risk, there's a main subreddit for all the teams to commingle in, but our specific one is reddit.com/r/Aggie CFB risk.
Okay.
And it is a private subreddit. We have it locked because we have had we have had Longhorn spies try and infiltrate to get an idea of what we're doing behind the scenes.
DeLoss Dodds has been logging in, I guarantee you.
Yeah, something like that. So what that means for someone who has a new Reddit account, let's say you hear about this on the radio show today, you go and you make a Reddit account. It doesn't take a lot of time. You could make one in less than 5 minutes, and you go to r/Aggie CFB risk. There should be an option there, either on mobile or on desktop, to message the mods using mod mail. And so myself, Byron here, and we have a lot of other mods. If you go and say, howdy, I'm, John Doe, class of 17, biomedical sciences or something like that, we'll let you into the subreddit, and then we can vet you further in there to make sure you're not a spy. But once you're in the subreddit, you can join the Discord, and we have a ton of fun in there. We talk sports, talk barbecue, even had drunken karaoke nights. It's a good time.
Byron, it's like back in the days of the American Revolution, making sure Washington spies didn't infiltrate the Redcoats.
That's right.
That's pretty incredible. So what did we miss? And how long will this game last? I understand this isn't the first season of it, right? So how long does a season take? And does it take when one group takes over the entire 130 FBS territories? You got to take them all to win. How does that work?
So the short answer to that one is that if we waited for one team to carry the entire map, the game would never end. Okay. So you have to draw sort of an arbitrary endpoint. This time around, this is the second season. The first season was 2018, and it went 66 days. I think this season is going to be 50 days. It's going to be truncated. But the developers of this game are thinking about making another season pretty shortly after. So a lot of the final push is going to be the next 2 weeks. The game ends in about 2 weeks. So if you get on there now and you start attacking every single turn, those last couple of turns, we are going to have an incredible amount of star power if people show up. It'll be great.
Very cool. All right, so who won 2 years ago?
The University of Florida won in the sense of they had the most territories. They're already dead this round. But in terms of alliances, last year there was a Red Alliance, which consisted of us and Oklahoma and Alabama and a bunch of other schools. That we won. So it really depends on how you define winning. But this time around, if we get enough people, if we got an army the size of Michigan's or bigger, there's no reason the total winner and the alliance winner can't be Texas A&M.
Still time for it. Outstanding. Yes. So go to the football forum at TexAgs.com, read about it more, or go to reddit.com/r/Aggie CFB risk. Is that right, Calvin?
Yes, sir.
Byron, did we miss anything?
No, just wish we could have talked some Aggie baseball.
I hear you, man. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Hopefully we'll be back to that sooner than later. That's Byron and Calvin, the Aggie contingent of college football risk. You can check the map out right now and just learn more about it. collegefootballrisk.com. Guys, appreciate it very, very much.
Thank you.
There you go, Calvin and Byron, collegefootballrisk.com. 9:49, we'll take a timeout. Let's see what else is going on around Aggieland and check in with Courtney Coco Collard next. It's a Monday, TexAgs Radio, presented by David Gardner's Jewelers and Milliken Reserve, a community unlike any other in the Brazos Valley, located on about 3,000 acres of land between Highway 6 and Welborn Road, just a few miles south of College Station. Now, you can't go face-to-face and have Jack or Chad or Johnny pick you up, get you in the car, and drive you around and let their vision come to life. But you yourself could drive around out there. You could see what's going on. You could give them a phone call or FaceTime with them and have them show you some of their available lots right now, which start at 1 acre. They go upwards of 10-acre lots. They got 3 different neighborhoods based entirely on preserving the Brazos Valley landscape, dedicated to Texas Southern living in the outdoors, and all about land conservation. They're 4 minutes from Tower Point, yet feels like it's a mile away, providing a natural setting to connect you with the outdoors, with a lake, huge lake, several ponds, walking, hiking, biking trails as well, music festivals when everything comes back. They'll have summer camps when everything comes back. They have farmers markets in the normal world that we live in, but in the new normal, of course, a lot of that stuff's on hold. But because of 3,000 acres, because huge lot sizes, you can be a part of this community, still be outdoors, and still social distance to everything you got to do there. Just go to the website, millikenreserve.com. Ask to speak to Jack or Chad or Johnny and have them tell you all about and fill in even more what I've been telling you about for a long time. Milliken Reserve. Go to millikenreserve.com.
How do you queue at Cooper's?